I'm just enjoying the view. I've never wanted to give Zhonli a hug more. Doesn't make it any less annoying. It is a spoiler, but not actually. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I go by name Ignis Fatus, and we are back with Genshin. Not that I did too much in between the previous videos, but since we already have the character demos out of the way, I suppose I could continue with the version trailers. I know it would be better to continue with the story teasers for the characters and for the archon quests and stuff, but I don't have too much time today with Christmas and all of that stuff, so I decided to go with the version trailers first, because I suppose it's going to be a bit shorter to record and edit and stuff. So first I'm going to do the version trailers, and then I will move to the story teasers and character teasers. Few words at the beginning. Again, I am in no way a new player, but I haven't seen a single version trailer up until Sumeru came out. Like, the version trailer 3.0 is where I started to watch. I haven't seen the 3.3 yet because I didn't have time, and then I just supposed it's not necessary to watch it. So the 3.0, 3.1 and 3.2 are going to be a bit more like retrospective look for me, but the rest I've never seen before. So hopefully that's going to be a reaction worth watching. And last thing, I was told to watch something called Teyvat preview chapter or something like that. I have it on the list of things I'm going to be watching today, so that's going to be the very end of the video. So without further ado, let's get into it. So starting off, we have version 1.0 gameplay trailer.
Windborn Outlander.
Oh.
As you set off on your journey once again, you must remember that the journey itself has meaning.
Defeating that monster might remove this strange wind current seal thingy around the Statue of the Seven.
Oh, look at it. And this is very first trailer, if I understand it correctly. Like, why wouldn't you want to play this game if you see this?
Venti, the bard that sits around doing nothing all day?
He was once such a gentle child, now so full of rage and suffering.
This is so nostalgic. It's been so long since I played the Mondstadt Archon chapter. Also, this quest is horrible.
If I tell you the story with a performance,
Did Barbara had a different voice actress?
Fortune preserver.
That didn't sound like Barbara.
I shall finally uncover the truth of this world. I swear by my sword. With sword comes shadow. Blazing to light.
Verdict is...
Also, great quest, this one. Look at the landscape. Like, seriously. Also, I forgot to add, there won't be any tier lists today, so I'm just enjoying the view. Quite literally. So, next one is new area announcement of the land amidst monoliths, which I suppose is going to be Liyue. What else? So let's go. Still, when you think about it, Mondstadt... Aw, like a cat. Mondstadt is still one of the best areas in the game. Like, I'm not sure if it's the Central European in me that speaks. Because it's, like, Mondstadt is based on Germany, of course, so it's very close to me. The architectonic style and stuff like that. Aw, go ba. Okay, landscape in Genshin is so beautiful. Like, you can say whatever you want about Genshin, but the landscape is stunning. You can just walk around the countries and enjoy the landscape. And alright, version 1.1, a new star approaches.
Boats are made for transferring commodities.
Oh.
And those that come across Liyue.
It only came out this early?
It is where many things come to settle.
Well, I mean, he's the...
This is the largest one we've seen so far.
The Fatui! They're attacking the place.
He is a central part of the archon story quest in the UL.
Be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more.
Farewell, old friend.
Oh. Oh, the nostalgia.
I am the least adept with the bow, and that is precisely why I must master it.
It's actually a good approach when you think about it. Also, I finally have a child after the last version.
Can be accomplished without rules or standards.
Look at the boy.
You can bully me? Pyrotechnics!
This is when Xinyan came out?
Oh yeah, rock on!
I still don't have her, by the way.
Oh, I can't stand him. Sayonara special!
Ah. Oh man. Okay, this is the... Yeah. I've heard about this event, by the way. With the correction to the fake sky of Teyvat and all that stuff. Okay, version 1.2. Chalk Prince and the Dragon, which, considering it's Chalk Prince, I suppose it's Albedo.
Do you know the story of Durin in this mountain? Snow gathers atop this mountain,
Dragonspine
never melts,
got
which is
introduced.
the most curious
Okay.
phenomenon. In fact, I believe that the very sword in your hand has Durin's remains in it. As such, who could I find to help me if not you?
Okay, and this is the event why everyone hates Palat. Poor Palat. Also, I bet I'm not the only one who absolutely loves the ice sins and mages.
But I don't
Like the
think you're
design.
Genius.
Moment of birth.
My job is to honor my contract with Rex Lapis.
All hail!
Hmm. That's an interesting choice to make Ganyu playable when Dragonspine was the main focus. Okay.
It's so nice to de-stress.
I made a new discovery while sketching nearby.
Aww.
There's an area up ahead that's quite remarkable. The truth of this world. What could it be?
Okay, I'm starting to hear the truth of this word quite often lately. And honestly, I can't wait to get there. in the story. Oh, these bastards.
Was the two of us meeting really a good thing?
Well, considering the next development of your story, probably yes. Okay, next up, version 1.3, All That Glitters, which I'm pretty sure is the Lantern Rite, the first one, which I'm only slightly upset that I wasn't around when the version came out, because it was focused on Xiao, and as you all of you who watched the character demo video know that Xiao is one of my first loves in Genshin. So, let's go. Oh, the music! Yeah, it's the Lantern Rite.
Wow.
I can't wait for this year's.
Turn. How is it made?
Oh hey! The Fatui couple!
So many stalls.
Oh, the music! So pretty! Oh.
Come, try your hand at Theater Mechanicus.
There seems to be something mysterious about this photographic apparatus.
If you're able to, could you try to convince Xiao to go with you?
I would love to, but I wasn't there.
Their voices. I can always hear
Okay,
if you can
like
bring yourself to kill.
the switch.
My name, evil conquering. Do not judge a Depti by your mortal ideals. Cry.
The switch between the lighthearted melody into Xiao's theme. Ah. Ah. These bastards. Oh yeah, farming this boss for Xiao's ascension materials. Also, Liyue Harbor is such a pretty city. Or like, location.
Paimon will help you find her, and we'll spend the next lantern rite together.
Aww. Didn't happen. Aww. Aww. Poor Eater. Or like, depends on which twin you chose. Okay, I'm gonna say this before I get any further. One thing that really bothers me with the storyline is that after the We Will Be Reunited quest, where our twin told us not to chase after them and instead like really explore the world and try to understand it, then came the archon quest in Inazuma, and the player or the playable twin you chose was still looking for his or for their sibling. And like, why? It's such a bother to me because we were clearly told that we should be exploring the world and trying to understand it and uncover the truth. that our twin seems to know something about at least. And yet we were still chasing after them for some reason. Like, it's not as visible in Sumeru, which, okay, good. But like in the Inazuma quest, or the Archon, in the Inazuma Archon quest, it bothered me so freaking much. Let's hope that MiHoYo doesn't forget what they told us to do, and we won't be chasing after our sibling in Fontaine and in the last nation. Not the last. Snezhnaya is last. The Fire Nation. I don't remember the name. Okay, version 1.4. Ah, back into Mondstadt.
So, traveler, the Mondstadt Windbloom Festival. Do you like it?
Also, this is another event that I'm quite bothered I wasn't around for. Because everyone is saying like how awesome it was and how fun it was. Well, what can I do? Nothing.
Come enjoy the Windbloom Festival.
Okay, this looks like fun. And we got rhythmic games
Just like we do
and hangout events.
Could I ask you for some guidance on my chivalric training?
Still didn't do 90% of the hangout events.
It's a little embarrassing to say, but... look out!
Unofficial business?
How's the research going?
Honestly, the whole Mondstadt is just one big found family.
Don't overdo it. Let me take care of the dirty work.
Maybe that's why the Mondstadt events are always so much fun.
Here you've got a job for me. You can't run! Lights out.
Ah, hi. Speaking of We Will Be Reunited quest. This was such a cool fight, by the way. Like, it has been several months since I did the quest. But it stayed with me. This is going to be so interesting when we actually get at the end of the story. Okay, version 1.5, Beneath the Light of Jadeite. I have no idea what's this one going to be. So, let's go. Oh, it's... Oh, okay. It's Jeanli's story quest part 2. That was also a heartbreaking thing.
About 4 or 5 days ago, there were a few men who came through here carrying baskets and picks. I guess that could have been them. And there was a child staggering in front of them.
I've never wanted to give Jeanli a hug more than at the end of this quest. Ah, music. Also, admit it, how many of you are going for the H-Daha boss battle and just put the music on 10 to just listen? Because I do.
Hey, wait a minute. Does
Yanfei!
martial arts? Ready?
Eula.
If I just spoke more softly, others may find it easier to forgive me. But the only reason they think that way is because they've never been branded a pariah before. I condemn you! Freeze to the core!
I mean, for someone who is branded as pariah by both her family and the city for the most part, like, Eula is handling it pretty well.
This serenity pot is all yours now.
Aww.
Oh, you needn't worry about that. I've already arranged for a
Without chasing Chi-Chi. Aw.
She will explain everything you need to know about it.
I don't know, it's a pity that if you put companions into the Serenity Pot, they don't move. They just stand. It would be so much livelier if they actually moved, like had the idle animations. Also, please tell me, how did they put so much stuff on the one platform? I put 10 decorations there and it's full. Aww. Okay, so this was purely focused on Zhongli and his quest. Okay. Wind Trace. That's a fun event. I was there for the second rerun. And it was fun. I enjoyed it a lot, even though I don't usually play co-op. Okay, version 1.6, Midsummer Island Adventure. And I think this is the Golden Apple Archipelago? I think I botched the pronunciation pretty bad, but you know what I mean. The first one. I've heard about that.
Mr. Jean, I want to ask for some time off because I want to go somewhere.
Oh no.
Oh, speaking of which, I still have a promise to keep to Klee. Those fish won't blast themselves.
I got a terrible, terrible letter and need to go to a certain place. Dodoko is very important to me. I won't lose to Dodo King.
Hmm.
Along to the rolling waves? It's so romantic.
It has something of the unknown about it and seems to have its fair share of dangers. And yet, the mystery is all part of its beauty.
Hmm.
I need to bring Jumpy Dumpties, Dodoko, and myself. Let's go!
Yeah, I see. This was Klee event. Also, there is something inherently satisfying about blasting those water platforms off with the boat. Looks like fun.
Wicked girl of flame, you have finally arrived. I've waited far too long. You dare face me. Though such courage is admirable, but it is now meaningless because...
Hmm. It looks so weird when Klee is running around this guy. Also, there was an event where they were free before. Okay.
Light in their vision will fade away.
Organizing the clash
Oh,
is my way of
Kazuha.
uncovering hidden talents, and hopefully this time getting a vision to glow again.
Your opponent is new to the clash, but he has quickly become the dark horse of the tournament.
Vision is missing.
The sounds of nature turn into a clamor of noise during stormy weather. The winds are coming. Clouds high. The birds come.
Aw, my beloved.
In the outset,
So this is where we were, like, introduced to
visions to living beings.
Inazuma.
Current electro-archon now doubt these criteria, or even the act in and of itself. There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand the answers to eternity from her. The voyage to Inazuma is a treacherous one. You will be plagued by a perpetual tempest the entire trip. The part of your journey that lies after the storm may well prove to be the most arduous.
Pretty much, yeah. Okay, while the event rolls, I read somewhere that it's not actually the archons who are granting visions. Like, they probably have some role in it, but it's not like they are looking around everyone and say, yes, you get pyrovision, you get animal vision, and stuff like that. And it's not really them giving the visions, but it's some sort of different process. Anyway, let me know what you think. And honestly, I would believe that if that was the case, because the whole vision granting thing is slightly strange, but like in the way we understand it so far. And it wouldn't be difficult for me to believe that it's not actually the archons who are giving out visions. Okay, we are straight up jumping into version 2.0. Let's go.
Mondstadt is the city of freedom, and Liyue is the city of contracts. As for Inazuma, it's known as the Nation of Eternity.
The almighty Shogun, focused exclusively on her single goal of implementing eternity.
I know of a way to introduce you to the Rite and Shogun. But before that, there is one other place I was hoping you both would accompany me to. When a person's ambition reaches a certain strength...
Okay, thinking about it, I might understand why we were chasing after our twin here. Because otherwise we wouldn't have the reason to meet with Shogun.
It must be a possession, right? I see. That reminds me. It seems that his vision was recently confiscated.
Doesn't make it any less annoying to me, but that's probably the reason.
Stripped of one's vision is to be stripped of one's ambition. One who is thrown into the sea, though he fights back desperately against his predicament, it does nothing to prevent his descent into the depths.
But as we saw with Ito, there are exceptions to that.
So, my intuition was correct. The wind that blows from afar carries fresh life to these shores. Perhaps in the eyes of a deity such as the almighty Shogun, the lives of those
Also, Inazuma is
are inconsequential.
a really pretty place too.
In the name of the Vision Hunt Decree, the people's aspirations are being senselessly trampled underfoot. Thus, we cannot remain indifferent to this situation without also remaining indifferent to our own fate. Now, it is time for me to honor my word. I await your instruction. My apologies. Kamisato art, Sumeru. Do not forget that challenging the Vision Hunt Decree is tantamount to challenging a deity. Already, Go to Hanamizaka and look for a fireworks shop run by the Naganohara family. Then
Oh, yes.
you will find someone who can help you. Allow me to introduce myself. A festive reprise. I'm Yuimiya. Great to meet ya. Fire hazard.
Sayu!
Shumatsuban at your disposal. And away I go. Genjutsu.
In addition to us, there is also the resistance on Watatsumi Island. Many who have lost or fear losing their visions have rallied together under Sangonomiya on Watatsumi Island to form a resistance group.
Remove all threats to eternity by order of the Almighty Shogun.
See, this is exactly what I was talking about in the character demo video.
A ceremony, you say? Why would such a task be left to the Tenryo Commission?
The wait is over, my comrades.
When I was doing tier lists of Rite and Shogun. Or A in this case.
You will be inlaid upon this statue.
But this was cool moment. That was a good scene. Alright, version 2.1, floating world under the moonlight. No idea what to imagine under that. Let's see.
Repeat after me. 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3.
You know, the earliest shrine on Watatsumi Island was not located in Sangonomiya. But after she struck down our protector deity, the shrine was abandoned.
Recently, some of our soldiers started showing symptoms of accelerated aging.
Oh, it's this
That's the
thing.
case. Then the peace talks are likely a trap.
The way people charge in here as they please. So uncivilized.
Signora's the one behind all this?
Oh, they actually told us.
Have you learned your
Okay.
lesson now? The way you follow me around like a dark shadow.
Okay, I mean, it's an interesting way to
Not even ashes will remain.
tease the story.
Let's get them! Protect Madame Kujo!
But on the other hand, it kinda ruins the surprise.
Family's honor.
Strike! Storm the front!
Now I'm kinda glad that I didn't watch the version trailers before Sumeru at least.
Like hardship, you must prepare for hardship. Rest and rebuild! Covenant of the deep!
Some ambitions have the power to heal wounds, to bring victory.
Okay.
Indulge my curiosity.
The coolest scene in the whole Archon quest.
Shine down. Now you shall perish.
Surely you don't think your ambition alone is enough to shake A's will, do you?
That's it. Just like that.
Scara.
Eternity stretches things out over a long time. But each moment within it becomes all the more fragile.
True. I wanted to say something and I forgot. Thank you, Scara.
You know, this is starting to feel like chili pepper weather. Did you happen to see how the city looked on the way over here?
What's chili pepper weather?
For the Moon Chase Festival. I'm taking part in this year's Masterful Chefs. If possible, I'd like you to be my culinary consultants. There is one dish that perhaps you could try making for me.
We have 2 extraordinary talents this year. I'm interested to see their choice of dishes.
Oh,
Okay,
who
without
was the
further
second
ado,
one?
let the cooking commence. Begin.
I wanted to comment on something, and Skara's appearance just made me forget everything. God damn it. What was it? Oh yeah, I know. Just one last dig into Raiden, okay? But like the first part of her story quest is like the latter half of the quest is okay when we are in the domain and she's fighting that one guy that later becomes important. But like the first part is so weird considering what she's done. I don't know. Like the second part of the story quest was okay. It explained a lot of things, but I have a feeling they were using it to excuse behavior instead of just explain behavior. Like explanation, okay, but it's not an excuse. Okay, I'm finished. I'm finished with my talks about Raiden Shogun and okay, version 2.2 into the perilous labyrinth of fog. This is actually the version I think I started to play. If this is what I think it is, this is where I started to play again. But I didn't do the event because I didn't have the area unlocked, or I didn't have the level. I didn't have level or something like that. I just didn't do it. If this is what I think it is.
As soon as the melody began, my mind began to drift, and I could hear the sound of someone playing along with me. Come, try it for yourself. It's all yours.
No, it's like a play along.
Never thought I'd run into familiar faces so far from home.
This place, yes, this used to be my dominion.
It's the scent of monsters, the aroma of battle.
Hey, child.
Hear how strong they are. They'll be ashes when I'm finished with them.
Please, allow me to assist you in battle with Shikifuda and Onmyodo.
The monsters here are strong. Fierce fighting awaits us. It would appear that this place is some sort of combat training ground. There's nothing but fighting and slaughter to be had here. Now that we're all here, what do you say we get to the bottom of this?
Ah, Toma.
We headed this time. Don't get too close. Here's backup.
Yes, it is the one I remember. Yeah. Yeah, I remember trying to get to Tsurumi Island. Is that how it is called? The depressing island. Because I thought it was like time exclusive or something. And I couldn't. It was really frustrating. And then I discovered that I have to do some prerequisite quests, which was even more frustrating because I didn't have level back then. But yes, so this is when I started to play again. Like, not necessarily seriously, but I started to play again. I was thinking which version was it that I stopped playing, but I actually can't remember. Alright, version 2.3, Shadow Amidst Snowstorms. In my opinion, one of the best versions we had so far. Like, up until Sumeru, this was one of the best versions from the 2 point something versions, I would say.
newfound strength, I will defend those who fight alongside me.
Oh yeah, this is when Goro and Ito came out, right?
It means going on the attack. The key to seizing victory.
I remember being a bit torn if I want to pull for Ito or not. I decided not to, but I got him in his second rerun, so I'm still content.
Trying to apprehend him recently.
People see Oni causing trouble again. That'll defeat the whole purpose of the sacrifice you made.
Come on, men. He won't get away this time. Give yourself up, Amataki. A long time ago, I picked up this rare paper charm.
This was a cool quest also.
When it gets torn, this place goes up in smoke.
Idiot Oni.
Yes. He's such a fun character. And Max Bittleman is giving him so much soul.
Transcendent and miraculous are not the only things to which human beings aspire. They pursue the everyday to a far
the Sasbedo event.
This mountain we stand on is a cradle of life's profoundest mysteries, a vast and terrifying hotbed of possibilities.
Yeah.
By the cold and don't realize that there's much to
What a fun time to be on Twitter back then.
Are you here to build a snowman too? Let's combine our forces and build ourselves a huge snowman. It'll be a ton of fun. What's on your mind? You seem a little distracted.
Some of my alchemy notes are missing. We do not yet know the identity of our thief. Please take care.
Dragonspine has become more dangerous than it used to be.
Honestly, this was incredible event.
Albedo, what the devil do you think you were doing?
Okay, I understand now. This had to be such a head-scratching moment for everyone who's seen this trailer. Oh my. But it's a shame that in this event we actually get to know Albedo a lot better. But the people who weren't around for this event just don't know that. It's a pity that a lot of, like, story stuff and lore stuff, not only for characters, but also for the countries and overall just lore, is locked in the events. And, like, you have no way of knowing that unless you watch some videos like cutscenes and theories and all that stuff. But I've heard MiHoYo is actually going to try implement some function to at least see the past events or something like that. So we will see how that will go. Okay, version 2.4, Fleeting Colors in Flight, and that's the second Lantern Rite. And I'm excited for this. I love the Lantern Rite, and if this is going to be half as good as the event itself, I will be happy.
Rebuild the Jade Chamber? That's a huge project.
The Jade Chamber belongs in the sky amongst the clouds.
When I first set foot in the Jade Chamber, I stood at the edge of the platform and looked down upon Liyue Harbor far below. However, it is not only out of consideration for myself that I have built the Jade Chamber anew at this time. I hope the Jade Chamber will always float in the skies above Liyue Harbor.
So pretty! It's so pretty, just look at it. Oh yes, and the new outfits.
Very fortunate to be right here, enjoying the fireworks and enjoying the view of Liyue Harbor.
Honestly, those events where the characters just get together and celebrate something are always great. No matter where they are, it's always so much fun and it's great to see them interact with each other.
Observe. The Divine Damsel of Devastation is your upcoming opera, right?
It's the story of a girl becoming a hero.
Perhaps the little girl was not as brave as the opera makes her out to be.
Transfiguration! Do your master's bidding!
Oh, Enkanomiya, right. I haven't been there for like last 4 months. Oops. Even more, probably. I wasn't in Enkanomiya since Sumeru came out. Oops. What is this guy's name? Angel? Yeah, something like that. Also, I have to farm these guys. That's going to be fun.
It's not gonna be easy to deal with. I don't think my fleet can take it on their own.
Wait! Sorry, wait!
Okay, you can't see that, but I actually have goosebumps right now. Oh, don't remind me of this event. I'm not good in this kind of thing. But like, I actually got goosebumps when the Enkanomiya got shown. Okay, version 2.5, When the Sakura Bloom. I don't remember what came out in this version, to be honest. So let's just watch.
All of Enkanomiya is engulfed in a darkness that cannot be dispelled.
Oh, yeah, right.
Of monsters, the likes of which no one has ever seen before.
Okay, this is probably the last time I was in Enkanomiya.
An all-engulfing darkness?
Which is sad.
So you're here to help resolve this,
What's with you joining forces with them? I would say this is a nice surprise, but it's really not that surprising.
Enkanomiya is exceedingly dangerous right now.
Just hoping I have the chance.
This tower's
Ah.
wishes.
Also, Enkanomiya has one of the best scores in the whole game.
Do not come any closer.
Like the battle theme. Oh, shivers, shivers.
Oh, Hakushin, cause of this enchantment.
Your unrivaled power will be honored eternally.
You're all right, little one. You look a little nervous.
Yeah, it's a story quest, right?
Now you've got my attention.
The one I still didn't do.
Right now. Come on out. Is that all? I'm always watching.
Good! With this power, no one shall be able to stand in my way!
It looks like she will no longer allow me to do with this body as I
And
please.
second part of
What's wrong?
Raiden's request. Right.
I place everything in Miko's hands.
But this means that...
I'm placing my god in your capable hands. Please, bring her back.
You wish to make yourself my enemy? I am the everlasting law, the guardian of eternity.
Okay. This also had to be like a really confusing moment.
Ruin follows my blade. Witness the final calamity.
Like, did we know that she's using a puppet before the story quest? Like the second part? Yeah, probably yes. I just can't remember. This was a great event, by the way, the Enkanomiya one. Surprisingly enough, I enjoyed it a lot. Alright, version 2.6, Zephyr of the Violet Garden. This is the festival in Inazuma, right? If I'm not mistaken. Let's see.
Wow, it's so beautiful here. So many things I've never seen before.
Like, I can imagine the excitement that people felt when this version trailer came out. Like, people were asking for characters from different countries to interact with each other for a long time. And now it finally happened.
Fails to fulfill the most crucial element. Inspiration.
In that case, we'll need to order more dishes.
Greetings. Ayaka.
Ah, Ayato. My beloved.
I am head of the Kamisato clan.
Music. I need to know what this flute is.
Mind the deluge. Everything's in place and they've taken the bait. Now to start reeling them in.
Also, I love the artworks.
If my suspicions regarding the portal network are correct,
Ah, Chasm.
that there is a portal leading here tells us that the Abyss Order has their eyes on this location.
As the Hilly Trolls go in, they never emerge again.
Also heartbreaking part of the story.
Maybe whatever's going on in the chasm really is connected to the Abyss Order.
Not that it made me feel bad about killing Hilichurls, but it was still heartbreaking.
More than one kind of strange power exists here. That it's highly likely that even as we speak,
Sheesh
the
room.
Abyss Order is watching our every move.
What's this?
Conversation's over. Brace yourselves.
Find a way to stop that thing.
I'm noticing a pattern here. Like, MiHoYo has a talent to put the trailer together in a way that it is a spoiler, but not actually. And it's kind of funny to look at it in retrospective. Okay, version 2.7, Hidden Dreams in the Depths. And okay, you know how I said that the Shadow Emmet Snowstorms was one of the best versions? This is very close second contestant. Maybe a little bit better, in my opinion.
My father,
He's thinking of stepping down from the Tianshu position.
I first met Yelan when she was very young. Even back then, she was extremely tough. And she kept her cards close to her chest.
The day the chasm was unsealed, I put in a request to be transferred here, so I could finally learn the truth of what happened back then.
Everything is chaotic here. If you stay here too long, this space may well devour you.
Does that mean even Xiao can't sense our presence here? Something seems to have been activated inside the Fantastic Compass.
I fear that this problem underground is bigger than we thought.
Just focus on taking care of yourselves. I'll figure out the rest.
Gotcha! Busted! Here comes the catch. Maybe I should make better use of my time.
Also, I love the fact that they put together such a strange group of people, and it actually worked.
No, it's still alive. Why would you become like this?
That sounds like Xiao. Could he be in trouble?
No way. Was that who I think it was? Something's not right. Something's wrong with this domain. Leave now. Get out of there.
We didn't actually get to see this part.
You here to this underground space because I found your weakness. Die here with me.
Yeah, see, this is exactly what I was talking about. Like, it's a spoiler, but not actually. Like, at this point, I would say that the Bossatius was, or the voice, we didn't know it was Bossatius. The voice was luring us underground and was threatening us to die. And it's that it was just echo of a memory. Oh, and the Dramalong Fest, of course. That was fun. I hope they will do something like this again. Alright, version 2.8, Summer Fantasia. Oh yeah, that was Kazuha's story quest.
They said they had something important to discuss with him.
Since the Vision Hunt decree has been repealed,
Hey, so my darling.
then again, I guess something very interesting is about to happen. That's it. I'm taking this case over.
I very much enjoyed the current event that's happening. No spoilers for those who didn't finish it. No worries.
Oh, faithful retainers. This is the blessed paradise that one has been searching for.
Oh yes.
Here is where we shall witness the culmination of all things.
The domains that gave me motion sickness. Like, the funniest thing is I don't usually suffer with motion sickness. And yet I got motion sickness from Kazuha's domain.
Official? That's enough. Come on, just play along.
Like, I mean, this version was probably best for the people who went through the first archipelago. I don't have the nostalgia, or I didn't have the nostalgia feeling for this version, but it wasn't bad. Also, MiHoYo could never again do an event where it forces you to co-op. Like, when the co-op is optional, okay, but when it's forced, then nah. For the people like me who don't like co-op, it's horrible. And now we are getting into the heavier stuff, let's say. Yeah, so as I said at the beginning, I've seen this, the next, and the next trailers. So I'm purely watching this retrospectively, and I'm just going to see if I can pick something up.
Have you heard of Irmin's soul before? The Dendro Archon is known as the God of Wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it.
To the people of Sumeru, she's not only a symbol of wisdom, but also of power and kindness. Unfortunately, she disappeared in a great calamity a few hundred years ago. The sages later found the newly born Dendro Archon and whisked her back to Sumeru.
It's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday. Nilu's Dance of Sub-Zerus is about to begin. The most important performance at the Sub-Zerus Festival.
The goddess of flowers.
I think the Sub-Zerus Festival was the third instant I almost cried during the cutscene. Also, the whole Archon quest of that was incredible. Like, it was something that MiHoYo has never done before. Or apparently never done before.
The withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. It's said that it originates from the depths of the world. I'm afraid we rangers will be battling the withering zones here for a long time. Many plants in the rainforest are already in decline.
Best lost 50-50 on my account.
Let's nip that in the butt. It's called an Akasha terminal. It's a tool produced by the Academia that utilizes the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. You may use an Akasha.
Also, not to pat myself on the back, but like the moment they said it about the Akasha, I knew something was wrong. Just throwing it out there. The scammer.
Retribution together.
You all saw that just now? The Grand Sage ordered us to stop the performance.
Maybe they see Lesser Lord Kusanali's birth as confirmation of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's death.
Ah. Nahida symbolism. Oh no! No, not this quest. Oh Jesus. No, 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 no. No.
The Sub-Zeru's festival. Go celebrate the birth of that god.
What's happening? Oh, come on!
Our archon created the utopia that is Sumeru City for all scholars who sought validity, verity, and truth, while people like you wish to defile it.
It would be too risky to continue the
There's so much going on in this trailer.
The world forget.
Yeah, incredible trailer, honestly. Alright, version 3.1. The desert coming out.
I had the same question every time I walked this way when I was a kid. Why is this high wall here? And can a wall really block sandstorms? It was only after I grew up that I realized it serves a more important purpose, keeping out people like us.
We've waited a
Oh,
long time.
this is such a beautiful location.
Fate has finally dealt me a hand to play against the academia.
Especially for me, aka a big fan of Ancient Aliens.
The resurrection of the Scarlet King will only result in war. And war serves no one.
Indeed.
A shield is not enough to protect the most important things. That's why I must also wield a spear. Do your worst. Grant us your blessing.
You've betrayed our village. Don't do anything until I've gotten to the bottom of this.
Sino.
Try something foolish, and even Candace won't be able to protect you.
Through me, justice is served.
If we're unhappy, we should speak up and let our voices be heard. Positions.
Okay, that was also triple new characters. I forgot. I'm kind of forgetting Nilou is a playable character, since her playstyle doesn't sit right with me.
Traitors are what us followers of the Scarlet King despise the most.
One of us could be secretly revealing our whereabouts to the academia.
Aww, Sino story quest.
Did the sages share any information about their project?
We're cheap labor, livestock, but easier to control. Nothing more.
My experiment is a success.
Oh.
And now it seems they can no longer hold back their
Remember when everyone just lost their mind when Dottore appeared?
There is no need to fear. The pain will be brief.
Yeah.
Your era is coming to an end.
Yeah, we've seen that.
I am Mika, surveyor of the Reconnaissance Company. I will now be reading Grandmaster Varka's letter aloud for you all.
Does this mean the Grandmaster knew Razor's parents?
Again, another example of how incredible the Mondstadt events are.
Wait for a windier day.
Mhm.
Wax the bottles, seal them tight. For the south wind that soothes, for the north wind that bites.
It was such a sweet cutscene.
Dear friends, let us now open the wines.
To the Animal Archon!
To the Animal Archon, yes. Alright, version 3.2, Akasha Pulses and the Kalpa Fame Rises. Last of the ones I've seen, and it's great. Let's go.
Imagine this. We have orchestrated our plan and successfully rescued Lesser Lord Kusanali.
We have changed Sumeru's entire political landscape.
Huh? Did I just see something dart by?
Having the doctor gone benefits him as well as us.
Amazing. So this is how it feels to walk out of that cage with my own body. Yeah! Hey! Make yourselves at home! Yeah! But now doesn't seem to be the time to indulge in this feeling. Is it too late for an extension?
Ah.
Not now. Stars, shine for me.
The closer my exam gets, the more I feel like Lila. Sorry.
Luckily, there is still some time left for me to take care of everything before I leave.
Oh yeah.
So, you think this is over?
Wait. No. I can't.
That's the secret hidden by Ermin's soul concerning the truth of this world.
Also, this is so frustrating they didn't tell us yet.
Already become a god?
No wonder your own people have abandoned you, God of wisdom. At my command, you shall fall. My endless
Also, Scaramouche boss theme is on par with Age the Huss, maybe better.
Sure about this? You're taking such a great risk for them.
I must admit that I'm a little scared. But I'll try my best for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Hatham's plan is even more radical than I imagined.
Hey, it worked.
You've betrayed all of Sumeru, betrayed its archon.
Yeah, and he deserved to be burned for that, not just go meditating into the forest.
Let us reenact the scene of the Archon War. Come and inaugurate my birth as a god.
Like, honestly, I'm not sure. I'll leave this up to you, the first sage of Boor. By the way, I'm not sure what MiHoYo is coming for. Not coming, going. What MiHoYo is going for with the way they don't really they don't really kill anyone in Genshin, which is strange because like Genshin has such a dark lore sometimes, like full of sacrifices and dead children and stuff like that, and yet they are refusing to kill anyone in the story itself. And like, I'm not sure if they are just waiting for the right moment to just say bam, now everyone that is dead, or and it's interesting. Okay, last version trailer 3.3, the current version. Let's see. I haven't seen this one yet, so I'm very curious what does it say about the version.
A friendly word of advice. Test of courage events tend to give rise to a variety of strange rumors and stories.
You don't say.
So please, be sure to exercise caution.
Come on, Ito.
So, is there really a ghost around here? Why does Paimon have a feeling that it's staring right at us?
You
Jester, I have completed the task you gave me.
From this day forth,
Also, isn't this the first moment
will cease to exist.
they name dropped Jester, like outside the artifacts?
Dottore. Dottore. In that case, I'll take some time for myself now. Squall and Fury. You dare to gaze upon me?
Okay, honestly, I'm saving for I'll hate them. So I didn't pull Skara anymore. Okay. But I will get him in his rerun. I promise. Also, Faruzan has one of the best musics, like character scores.
Your utility does not make you indestructible.
Okay, honestly, say whatever you want. Like, say whatever you want about Scaramouche and the way they went about his story and how Mihoyo wrapped his story. But I actually really liked it, the way they went about it. Because, like, people are complaining about the memory wipe and mind wipe and stuff like that. But honestly, when you look at the situation from Skara or Wanderer's point of view, or back then it was Scaramouche, when you look at it from Skara's point of view, it makes sense he reacted in this way. Like, he didn't know that he can't erase himself. That's what we know thanks to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Like, imagine if you were in his place and had a history of just ruining people's lives because you thought that you were betrayed by them. And then suddenly you learned that nothing of what you were said was true, and that you destroyed entire generations because you were misled. I'm not surprised by his reaction of wanting to erase himself, since he had that mindset of, I wish I've never existed before this happened. So this was just like catalyst for what happened. That's the first thing. And second, I really appreciate him wanting his memories back. That's cool. And third, it also showed us that it's not as easy to change the past, because you can't really change the past. You can change how people remember it, but what happened actually happened. So the people who were talking about how Mihoyo created a cheap way to change the story, not really, because it has setbacks, like any changes of the past would have in real life if something like this existed. So I'm really glad that the story went as it went. Alright then, and last we have the Teyvat chapter storyline preview, Travail. And it says it contains spoilers, but I'm pretty sure that you won't really have any spoilers from it if you don't know the context. So I'm not really worried about this, and let's get into it.
We had no time to say goodbye, so let's not call it that.
Also, this came out way before the first versions, or along the first versions.
It is just a continuation of past battles. The gods goad us on with the promise of their 7 treasures, rewards for the worthy, the doorway to divinity. Yet buried in the
Is that the truth?
Lies smoldering remains, a warning to those that dare trespass. That throne in the sky is not reserved for you. But mortal arrogation never stops. None will escape the flames. See for yourself.
Ah, okay.
The dragon who defended Mondstadt for a millennium finally faces his perturbation. What does freedom really mean when demanded of you by a god?
I think Mondstadters are pretty content.
God of contracts, senselessly slaughtered as his people watched on in horror. In the end, he will sign the contract to end all contracts.
Indeed.
In the secluded land of the immortal Shogun, the Bakufu rules eternal. But what do mortals see of the eternity chased after by their god?
Fair.
The god of wisdom's enemy is wisdom itself, and the oasis of knowledge is a mirage in the desert of ignorance. In the city of
Well said.
scholars, there is a push for folly, yet the god of wisdom makes no argument against it.
That's interestingly worded. Again, spoilers, but not actually. Oh, mihoyo.
The god of justice lives for the spectacle of the courtroom, seeking to judge all other gods. But even she knows not to make an enemy of the divine.
Aww. Okay. This is interesting. Do you think these two will be as separate characters, or do you think they will actually be a one character? Because that would open a lot of possibilities for gameplay. Interesting. Also, God of Justice lives for the spectacle of the courtroom. I guess we gathered that from how Nahida was talking about her. Seeking to judge all other gods. Okay, that's... I guess that's the part of what Nahida called a interesting personality.
To judge all other gods.
Masquerade of the Guilty.
She knows not to make an enemy of the divine.
Okay.
The rules of war are woven in the womb. The victors shall burn bright, while the losers...
Natlan is called. Yeah.
When the god of war shares this secret with the traveler, it's because she has her reasons.
Creep 2.0. Okay, let's go back. Back. The rules of war are woven in the womb. The victors shall burn bright, while the losers must turn to ash. Isn't that kind of like allegory on Khaenri'ah? Losers turned to ash. Incandescent Oath of Resurrection. Okay. That didn't tell me much.
When the god of war shares this secret with the traveler, it is because she has her reasons.
Okay. Wait. Is this a thing of fate? Like, when Nahida was talking about fate being the ultimate knowledge and all that stuff, and this said that the rules of the war are woven in a womb, which would suggest something about fate. So I guess the god of war, like the Pyro Archon, is going to be a very interesting person to talk about. Also, I see we will only have female Archons from now on, which is slightly disappointing, but okay. As long as they are good characters, I don't mind.
She is a god with no love left for her people, nor do they have any left for her. Her followers hope only to be on her side when the day of her rebellion against the divine comes at last.
Okay, wait. Everwinter without mercy. Okay, that fits. I'm just confused about nor do they have any left for her. Because when you speak with the Fatui, they seem to genuinely like how is she called? Tsarita? Yeah. Like, not in the same way the Liyue loves Morax. Or most of Liyue loves Morax. But they, like, genuinely seem to respect her and kind of like her. But then again, people in Inazuma like A for whatever reason.
Only to be on her side when the day of her rebellion against the divine comes at last. In the perpetual meantime of a sheltered eternity, most are content to live and not to dream. But in the hidden corners where the god's gaze does not fall, there are those who dream of dreaming.
The dream yet to be dreamed. Okay.
But I say we humans have our humanity. We will defy this world with a power from beyond.
Is that really a good idea?
You who has set foot in this world. Your journey.
You've seen what it did in Sumeru.
Final doorway remains. Step forth if you have understood the meaning of your journey.
Yeah, see? This is the thing. We are supposed to understand, not chase after our twin.
The threads of all fate will be yours to reweave.
Okay, so we are really going deep into the fate thing. Like, since even Dainsleif talks about fate and stuff like that, and the Sumeru think about fate, and also the Natlan talking of fate in Natlan. This is going to be a really interesting story to unweave, let's say. I have a feeling the fate will play a big role in the story. Alright, well, this seems to close everything, and it took longer than I expected. But honestly, the trailers are incredibly well done, especially the later ones. And yeah, I'm kind of glad I didn't spoil myself again with the version trailers, probably even more than with the demos. As I said, MiHoYo, or HoYoverse right now, has talent to cut the trailers in a way that tells you something about the story, but not too much to be considered a actual spoiler. Because even when you hear some dialogue, sentence, whatever, you can't be sure that it is going to happen exactly like that. So yeah, spoilers, but actually not. And the same goes for the preview chapter, for the Teyvat preview chapter. And it's interesting to look at it from retrospective, especially for Sumeru, because like the way Dainsleif formulated it sounds kind of strange. But now we know that he actually was right, but not really. Or okay, let's give him a benefit of the doubt, but it's a trend in Genshin story that the whole history is told by unreliable narrators. Because whenever you are telling the story, you are actually an unreliable narrator if you were part of the story. You always put some subjective opinion into it. And this seems to be the case because Dainsleif has a beef with gods. Of course, the whole Abyss Order has. And he's not with Abyss Order, but you know what I mean. Not necessarily with the Archons, but the Celestia. But with this, when I was listening to him, he kind of seemed like he doesn't really want the archons to be there, and because obviously they were summoned to the cataclysm in Khaenri'ah the 500 years ago or something like that. And I can understand that he would have beef with them or some sort of beef with them, even though the archons didn't really want to be there for the most part, at least from the ones we know about. Like Venti didn't want to be there, Jondi didn't really want to be there. That's a different story, but Makoto, I think she also didn't want to be there. So it's not really their fault. And considering how easily they give up their gnosis, which are basically the tickets to Celestia, if I remember correctly the lore, or at least the theories, then I don't think they actually want to be in Celestia. And like they have no problem in staying in Teyvat instead of ascending to Celestia. And considering what happened to Vanessa to get to Celestia, not a pretty part of the lore. So yeah, Dainslev is an unreliable narrator in this case. So even though the things he says seem pretty straightforward, well, not straightforward, but pretty clear, it can happen that everything is different than how he says it. Because when he talked about Sumeru and the push for folly and the archon not doing anything against it, like, yes, it's true. But not entirely. I mean, Nahida couldn't really do anything since she was locked in a cage. So, well, I talked a lot today, so I'm just going to end this right here. Thank you all so much for watching. Comment your thoughts if I missed anything or said something that's not true, or you know some good theories about this and about the story. Tell me. I am always ready to learn. As I was with the last video. So, any good theories, put them in the comments. I will gladly hear that. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content, and see you later with the story teasers. Bye bye.